10 Nights of Dreams, the first night. I had a dream like this. I was sitting by her pillow with my arms folded, when the woman lying on her back said in a quiet voice,
"I am going to die now."
She had spread her long hair out over the pillow, and within it rested the soft contoured oval of her melon seed face. In the depths of her snow-white cheeks, there showed just the right touch of warm blood, and of course her lips were red. She did not look in the least like someone about to die. Yet in that same quiet voice, she stated clearly,
"I am going to die now."
I, too, felt with certainty that she would indeed die. So I bent over her from above and, as if peering down at her, asked, "Is that so? Are you really going to die now?"
"Yes, I am."
She answered, and as she spoke, she opened her eyes wide. They were large, moist eyes, framed in long lashes, and within them there was nothing but a solid field of black. In the depths of those jet-black pupils, my own figure floated up, vividly distinct. I gazed at the glossy black of those eyes, which seemed so deep as to be almost transparent, and wondered whether she could really die with eyes like that. So I brought my mouth close, gently to the side of the pillow, and asked again, "You are not really going to die, are you? You will be all right, won't you?" Keeping her black eyes sleepily wide open, she replied, still in that quiet voice,
"But I am going to die. There is nothing to be done."
When I asked her earnestly, "Then can you see my face?" She smiled softly and said,
"See it? Why, there it is, reflected right there."
and showed me her smile. I silently drew my face away from the pillow. With my arms still folded, I wondered whether she really had to die. After a while, the woman spoke again.
"When I am dead, please bury me. Dig the hole with a great pearl shell. Then set a fragment of a star fallen from the sky as my grave marker, and then wait beside my grave. I will come to see you again."
I asked, "When will you come to see me?"
"The sun will rise, then it will set, then it will rise again, and then sink again. While the red sun is falling from east to west, from east to west. Can you wait for me through all of that?"
I nodded in silence. Then, lifting her quiet tone by a single degree, she said in a resolute voice,
"Wait for 100 years. For 100 years, sit by my grave and wait. I will surely come to see you."
I answered only, "I will wait." Then the image of myself that had appeared so vivid in her black pupils grew dim and began to crumble. It seemed to flow away, as when still water is stirred and the reflection in it is broken, and at that moment her eyes snapped shut. A tear ran down her cheek from between the long lashes. She was already dead. After that, I went down into the garden and dug a hole with the pearl shell. The shell was large, with a smooth rim and a sharp edge. Each time I scooped up earth, the moonlight struck the underside of the shell and made it glitter. I could smell the scent of the damp soil. Before long, the hole was dug. I laid the woman in it, and then gently covered her from above with the soft earth. Each time I cast earth over her, the moonlight shone again on the underside of the pearl shell. Then I picked up a fragment of a fallen star and set it lightly on top of the earth. The fragment of the star was round. I thought its corners must have been worn away and made smooth during the long time it had been falling through the great sky. As I lifted it in my arms and placed it upon the mound, my chest and hands grew a little warm. I sat down on the moss. Folding my arms, I gazed at the round gravestone, thinking, "So I am to sit here like this and wait for 100 years. After a time, just as the woman had said, the sun rose in the east. It was a great red sun. And again, just as she had said, it soon sank in the west. All red as it was, it dropped straight down. 1. I counted. After a while, again a deep crimson sun lumbered up into the sky. Then, without a sound, it sank away. 2. I counted again. In this way, as I went on counting 1, 2, I soon no longer knew how many red suns I had seen. However much I counted, and counted again, there were more red suns than I could ever finish counting, passing over my head. Even so, the 100 years had still not come. At last, as I sat gazing at the round stone overgrown with moss, it occurred to me that perhaps the woman had deceived me. Then, from beneath the stone, a green stem began slanting up toward me. Before my eyes it grew longer, until it reached just about the height of my chest and stopped. As it did, on the tip of that slender, gently swaying stem, a single long bud, its head slightly inclined, swelled and softly opened its petals. A pure white lily, right before my nose, gave off a fragrance that pierced me to the bone. Just then, from far, far above, a drop of dew fell, and the flower wavered under the weight of its own body. I thrust my head forward and pressed a kiss on the cold, dew-dripping white petals. At the moment when I drew my face away from the lily, I happened, without thinking, to look up into the distant sky, and there, in the dawn, a single star was twinkling. So, the 100 years have already come. I realized for the first time